There's something deeply ironic about laziness. It doesn't knock on your door with a dramatic entrance. It doesn't declare itself loudly or boldly. No, it slips in quietly, gently, almost lovingly. It tells you, just 5 more minutes, and you believe it. It says, you can do it tomorrow, and you listen. And before you know it, 5 minutes become an hour, tomorrow becomes next week, and your dreams, and they start collecting dust like books on a forgotten shelf. I've been there. We all have. We live in a world that celebrates hustle, grind, work hard, don't stop. But let's be honest, it's not always that easy, is it? There are days when even getting out of bed feels like a war. Days when brushing your teeth feels like an accomplishment. When the weight of expectations, yours and everyone else's, feels too heavy to carry. And in those moments, laziness becomes less about being lazy and more about giving up before you even try. But I want to tell you today that you are stronger than that voice inside your head that tells you to quit. You are so much stronger. There was a time many years ago when I was struggling silently. It wasn't the work that was too much. It was the heaviness of waking up and feeling like I didn't want to move. I was functioning, I was smiling, I was working, but inside I was fighting something I didn't know how to name yet. I later found out it was depression, but in the beginning I just thought I was tired. I thought I was being lazy. And because I thought I was lazy, I began to punish myself emotionally. I started believing I was weak. But let me tell you this, laziness is rarely ever just laziness. It's often fear, it's often self-doubt, it's often the quiet resistance between who you are right now and who you know you have the potential to become. And that conflict, it's exhausting. But the only way out is through. You see, motivation doesn't come like a lightning bolt from the sky. It's not some magical energy that shows up on command. Motivation is built by movement. It is built by action. The smallest step, the tiniest progress, it all counts. You don't kill laziness by fighting it in one grand battle. You kill it by refusing to listen to it one moment at a time. When I was training for a role physically demanding, emotionally consuming, I didn't always wake up feeling inspired. There were days when I wanted to just crawl under my blanket and disappear. But I had made a commitment, not to a role, not to a director, to myself. And keeping that commitment felt like a sacred promise. You see, discipline is a love language. The way you show up for yourself consistently, that's self-love, that's self-respect. And that's where it begins. You don't overcome laziness by waiting to feel ready. You overcome it by starting anyway. You lace up your shoes even if you don't feel like running. You open the book even if your mind is racing. You face the mirror even when it hurts to look at yourself. Because that moment you show up despite the resistance, that's the moment you grow. And I want to make something very clear. This isn't about productivity for the sake of it. This isn't about measuring your worth by how much you get done in a day. This is about honoring your purpose. It's about recognizing that you were not born to coast through life on autopilot. You were born to rise, to create, to evolve, to contribute something only you can give to this world. And the world needs that. The world needs you. We often glamorize success as if it comes wrapped in confidence and clarity. But real success is built in silence. It's built in the early mornings when no one is watching. It's built in the nights when you choose to write one more page, rehearse one more time, take one more step. The journey is slow. It's not always pretty, but it's worth it. I remember sitting on the floor of my apartment, surrounded by scripts and doubts. And I remember thinking, what if I'm not good enough? That fear, it paralyzes you. But the truth is, no one ever feels entirely ready. We all have fears. We all have moments of laziness, hesitation, and self-sabotage. But champions are not the ones who are fearless. Champions are the ones who act despite their fear. So I'm asking you today, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect mood, the perfect plan? Stop. Start with what you have right here, right now. You're not behind, you're not too late, and you are certainly not lazy by default. Maybe you've just forgotten how powerful you are. Start small. Maybe it's 5 minutes of movement. Maybe it's journaling your thoughts. Maybe it's drinking water and sitting with yourself in silence. The size of the action doesn't matter. The intention does. It's okay if you stumble. It's okay if you start and stop and start again. What matters is that you keep showing up. Guilt will not move you forward. Kindness will. Compassion will. Forgiveness will. You are allowed to rest, but don't confuse rest with escape. Rest heals. Escaping numbs. And you are not here to numb your way through life. You are here to live it fully, boldly, authentically. So, if you're tired of feeling stuck, I want you to do something for yourself today. Not for the world, not for validation, for you. Take one step. Just one. The part of you that remembers why you started in the first place. The part of you that refuses to give up. I don't have all the answers, no one does. But I know this. The way you live your days is the way you live your life. And every day you choose to show up, you rewrite your story. You reshape your identity, you reclaim your power. So today, let's do it together. Let's stop waiting. Let's stop scrolling, wishing, comparing, avoiding. Let's get up, stand tall, and take that first step. Not because it's easy, but because you deserve to see what you're truly capable of. Kill your laziness, not with judgment, but with courage, with conviction, with love. Because when you finally rise, when you finally show up with your full heart, no excuse stands a chance. And that, my friend, is the beginning of something extraordinary.